Hi, this is Susie with Creative Cafe, and I have a real fun mini that I want to share with you. This is Graphic 45's new paper, the ABC Primer. And when I first got this paper, I just, I liked it, but it wasn't anything that I just overly was excited about. But I bought it anyway, and I am so glad I did because I had so much fun making this album. It was definitely worth the time to make it. I enjoyed it so much, and it's probably one of my favorites now up to date. So anyway, this mini was just a lot of fun. But I got this little sheer ribbon here, and it likes to shed a little bit, but I got it at Michael's on the dollar bin, and it's so cute. It just is gorgeous with these little circles. And on the front here, I used some cork boards that I had actually left over from my junk journal that I made, or not so much junk journal I made. So I actually incorporated some cork board in this album. And I did use 7 Gypsies O-rings here. They're kind of the antique looking O-rings there. And I wanted to show you, I used on this mini the catalog, I call them catalog envelopes. I bought the top flight ones this time, and I really, really liked them. I usually buy the little more expensive ones, but these here, on the more expensive ones, you have a real, kind of a deep cut right here in this part of the envelope. But on these, I mean, they have a really small one, so it was really easy to paper, and then, of course, clip my half circle there for my little tab to pull out, or, the little indentment there. But I love these, so I just got them at my local grocery store, and they were fairly cheap for them. So I bought a couple of packages of them so that I would have them on hand. But anyway, getting to the album. This here is, I bought the 8x8 pad is what I used on this album, and I mainly just backed it in some black cardstock that I actually got the Recollections. It's kind of like a flat, it's not textured or anything, and I just backed my cards, or my chipboard and my envelopes with it, and I got it on sale at Michael's. They were $3.99, buy one get one free, so I got the pad or the package for like $2, and I forget how many pieces of papers in it. There's a bunch, probably close to 100. So anyway, it was really nice. When I bought it, I thought, I don't know what I'd do with that exactly, because I usually like the textured cardstock. But I went ahead and bought it anyway. I bought a couple of packages of different colors there. But anyway, this is what I used it on, so I was glad I had it. But anyway, I backed it in that black is what I did. This is actually just one piece of the 8x8 pad, and I just kind of cut it apart to make my cover. And then I added some of the chipboard. I just bought the Tags 1 chipboard set, and anyway, I used it here on the front with the little clock there. But anyway, you open it up, and here is my first page. And I did use those catalog envelopes are 9x6, and they are the orange. I love the orange ones. I wanted the orange ones on this one. I wanted it to look a little aged as well as not so aged, with some clean looking parts of it as well as the age. So here I used a tag that I cut out, and I did buy the one sheet of 12x12 tag sheets so that I could cut them apart. I guess you call it a tag sheet. I don't know what you call it, but all the pieces that you can cut apart on that 12x12 sheet, because I knew I wanted the bigger ones for my mini, even though I had the 8x8 pad. They're so small. So this is one of them that I just cut out that says "This book belongs to." I tea stained some notebook paper. I actually cut the notebook paper the size I wanted it, and I stained it in just some coffee and baked it. And anyway, this is that paper, and I wanted to incorporate it in several places in the book. So anyway, for my first one, this is one of the little cutouts that's in the 8x8 pad. And I used it here. I also did my own binding on here, and I alternated black and silver on my pages, so of the large eyelets, the extra large eyelets. And anyway, you open this up, and I actually have a place for a photo and journaling, and then I cut out a couple of the little stamp-looking pieces in the 8x8 pad and stuck them in there. And then the back, I did the same way. I just made a photo mat here. I cut this out of the 8x8 pad and the little ruler there and placed it on the back. And it looks like I got some little stuck glue there. And then this page here is my envelope. I used a button here at the bottom, just a cream button. I cut this out of the 12x12 piece that I bought for the cutouts, and here is one of the little tags, and I made a 4x6 photo mat, and I just added some stained little, it's not really twine, it's what comes on your shipping tags. I stained it. I actually stained some shipping tags the other day, so I had some of that there. Okay, here's the next page, and I did use a Tim Holtz clip on every one of my envelopes for my flap, because when you pull your flap up, this one I didn't actually put anything on, but I may still yet. I did decorate my other ones underneath. And anyway, that little Tim Holtz clip is simply to kind of keep that closed, and plus just give it a little extra something there on the page. So I did make a tag that pulls out with the photo mats. Added again those little cutout stamp looking things. This is one of those manila pocket brights that I bought at the Christian bookstore, and I really like them, and so I used another one. I've been using them a lot lately in my projects, and I like that. And here is just one of the little cutouts from the 8x8 pad here. And then here is just what I'd call my pretty page here. I didn't want to cover this over, but a picture could go here very easily. I just didn't want to, like I said, cover it over. I like the little school days and numbered stories. But on the back side, I made a pocket, used my punch to punch it out there, that little half circle. Made me a tag. And then I just decorated this because it just looked kind of bare without anything there. So I just put a little decoration there. It doesn't really serve a purpose, it's just there. And then on this page I used another couple of the chipboard pieces and made a photo mat here and got another piece of that tea stained or coffee stained notebook paper and just backed it on a black mat there. And anyway, I thought it turned out cute that way. Here is another Tim Holtz clip, and you open this part up and see here where I decorated this when I used part of the ruler and then just some of this little cutouts there. And of course here is just the pocket to slip your old grade card in, and that's all I had for those, is just to kind of slip those old grade cards in, or old photos. And then of course the photo mat here and another one of the little cutouts that was in the 8x8 pad. And then this is my favorite part of the book. This is my cork board. When I bought the cork board, I found it at Walmart, and it came with like 4 sheets of cork board, and they're pretty good size. I mean, they're like 12 by 12 or 12 by 14, something like that. They're really big. And so I have lots of cork board to play with. And what I did was I simply used some black cardstock, and that's actually what I hung my binding on. And then added some of this ruler trim here out of the paper pad. And then I used a couple of tacks that I simply used my black StazOn ink for, and just kind of inked them up so they didn't look so white on this. And this is one of the cutouts from the 8x8 pad, and it's actually well, this actually probably came off the 12x12, and it's a little grade card. It's so cute. And anyway, then another piece of the tea stain notebook paper here, or the coffee stain notebook paper here. And then the back part of it, I added a photo mat that just sits on a tag that, of course, is put on with the tack. Added some of the decoration there and lined it with some of this paper here. And then here is my last page. And this here, I wanted to do something different. The only thing is, I'm definitely going to have to add some kind of adhesive here to hold that a little better. I didn't pull it tight enough. I was afraid to pull it too tight. So anyway, another one of the little chipboard clocks, a little chipboard piece here that says games and playtime. I just used my Ranger Distress Vintage Photo dauber. I love this stuff. I love the walnut. I believe it's walnut. But anyway, this is what I used to stain this little piece right here. This is a Martha Stewart punch that I punched that out with, and I wanted this to really look kind of funky, so I just left it like that. I wanted something different for a change. Here is another piece of the coffee stained notebook paper. I added one of the cutouts and just kind of backed it in some of the lighter cream and then the black again. You open it up. I have a place for a photo mat here with just some of the little alphabets there. And here is some more of the tea stained paper for lots of journaling right there. And how I held that on was I simply took 2 eyelets, regular size eyelets. I don't know what the size of them are, but they're just the normal ones you usually use. And I held my paper on there, punched the holes, put the eyelets in, and that's actually what's holding the paper on, is just the eyelets. And then I tied some of this ribbon through it to kind of give it a little bit of a decoration there. And then on the back, I just simply added some more alphabet. And it just goes in the pocket. And then on my very last part of the page, on the back side, I added, of course, another clip. This is another one of the cutouts out of the 8x8 pad. And they all have some kind of saying on them. I'm not sure if it's a poem or I really didn't read it. But anyway. And then on the top, I decorated it with some of the time clock pieces there. And here I added just one of these little cutouts from the 8x8 pad that has a journaling spot. And this matches. It's the same paper. And I added some more coffee stained paper here for journaling and a photo mat here. And I added just a little bit of a corner of an alphabet there. I just wanted to give it a little pizzazz there, so I did that. And then the back piece of the chipboard here, I added this tag that just looks like notebook paper. It was out of the 12x12 cutout part of the 12x12 piece I bought. Added another photo mat, which I think this is probably a 4x6 photo mat. And then on the very, very back, I added another piece of the coffee stained paper, another chipboard tag here, and just kind of used my ticket punch and punched that out. But anyway, this is my mini, and like I said, I'm so glad that I bought this. I wasn't overly thrilled, but I am a very faithful Graphic 45 fan, so I went ahead and bought it anyway, and I'm so glad I did. I love it, love the way it turned out. And then when I finished that, I was at an antique mall the other day, and it gave me inspiration to buy this old book. And this old book here is a I believe the copyright is like 1955. And anyway, 1955. And anyway, I love old books. I absolutely love them like this. And anyway, so it kind of inspired me to do something with this. So I'm going to kind of dismantle this book, get the pages out and things, and I'm going to make a mini out of it. I'm going to stain my paper, and anyway, that'd be something you can look forward to later on. And anyway, I've never done anything like that before, so this will be new to me. And anyway, this is my mini, and I thank you so much for watching.